There is a lot going on this week on Capitol Hill. In fact, I was up on Capitol Hill earlier today in a meeting with the House Speaker. Some very positive policy developments are underway. And I want to bring in FRC Senior Director of Government Affairs to highlight some of what FRC is working on and tracking on Capitol Hill. Quena, welcome back to Washington Watch. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's good to be here, Tony.
All right, there are a couple of bills that you and your team are working on and tracking as it pertains to abortion funding, Planned Parenthood, and gender transition procedures on minors. Tell us about it.
Tony, if Capitol Hill gets any more busy, we're going to have to hire more people to track all of it. It's exciting. We are working on defunding Planned Parenthood, as Sarah highlighted at the beginning of the program. Chris Smith has introduced the No Taxpayer Funding bill again this year. That bill keeps getting stronger and better, and of course, under this president, we are very hopeful that there will be action to defund Planned Parenthood. We're also, as the president's executive order indicated on gender identity and minors, we are hoping to see minors protected on Capitol Hill through law and gender procedure providers to be defunded completely so that taxpayers are not complicit in the decisions of adults. I brought a whole list of other things we're working on: election integrity, bills that are on the Hill, and we're working with offices as they prepare bills to roll out to codify the president's executive orders.
Yeah, let's talk about that for just a moment. Election integrity later in the program. Former Ohio Secretary of State Kim Blackwell will be here to react to the president's executive order on election integrity. But these executive orders are just that. They're executive orders. They can be changed by a different administration. And so on Capitol Hill, Republicans are working to pass the SAVE Act, which is an election integrity bill. That, I believe, is up next week. Give our viewers and listeners a heads up on that and how they can lean in on it.
Yeah, the SAVE Act is a great bill, or a horrible bill, depending on who you listen to. But all the SAVE Act does, really, it's a bill that Chip Roy is bringing with Senator Mike Lee in the Senate, and it simply says two things: you have to have an ID to vote. You have to have an ID to do anything these days. So you have to have an ID to vote to prove that you're a citizen and eligible to vote as an American in an American election. The second thing that it does is it requires states to remove non-citizens from their voter rolls. That's it. So when you hear all the shouting about how this disenfranchises people, that's what they're talking about.
Right. It sounds pretty common sense to me. You got to be an American to vote in an American election. Quena Gonzalez, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the heads up.
Great to be here.